Me and Connor are with CyberReady, and we talk a lot about cybersecurity. Today, we're going to be talking about chatbots, specifically a program called ManyChat and Copilot, because CSU Pueblo has a very special version of Copilot that students here can really harness. So content overview, here's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to talk about what is a chatbot, why would I use a chatbot, where would I use a chatbot, and then we're going to show you some chatbots. I want to share one of my favorite quotes here. AI won't replace humans, but those who use AI will replace those that don't. Artificial intelligence should augment humans, not replace it. That's Garry Kasparov. Garry Kasparov is considered the best chess player to ever exist. So what is a chatbot? Starts with a message. A chatbot, you get a message and it says, hey, what are your hours? And then the bot reads it and it looks for a keyword. It says, oh, hours. It wants to know when I'm open. So then it will respond automatically and say, okay, well, we're open at this time. And you don't have to do that. It does it for you automatically. And then as they get more advanced, they start to learn on their own so that they can get better as they make these interactions with people. Is a chatbot AI? Not always. A chatbot is something that takes your input and then it gives you something out. But they're not all AI. AI thinks on its own and kind of processes it. A chatbot is rules-based at its base level, meaning if you say this, then I will do that. But it's not going to infer what you want unless you actually teach it how. So why use a chatbot? Because it's got 24/7 response. Doesn't matter if you're asleep, it'll respond automatically for you. It also is instantaneous. Customers really, when they reach out, they're interested now. If it takes you 3-4 hours to get back to them, they might not be interested in 3-4 hours. And it saves you time. It saves you a lot of time when you start automating your business. This gets really powerful for business owners. So where can I use a chatbot? First, we talked about social media. You use it in your Facebook Messenger, Instagram DMs, WhatsApp. But you can also connect it to your websites, different chatbots, which you can use to generate leads, generate sales. And sometimes Duo doesn't work as well as it should, or you got to reconnect somehow. And that's frustrating. And so when somebody needs to connect to the website, they want it done as fast as possible. But right now, they have to set a ticket. And then that ticket is sent with hundreds of other tickets to the IT help desk, and we're trying to get all the tickets fixed at once. If we had a chatbot that just recognized, oh, they need help with Duo, automatically send them the link they need, they can get instant help. You can save IT help desk a lot of time, both here and our sister school, CSU. And it really automates that process, takes a lot of the workload off of your workers, and allows them to do other things.
All right, my name's Connor. I work with CyberReady as well. Happy to be here with y'all. Thanks for your attention and participation so far. Hopefully this session I'll be showing a lot of demos very similar to ManyChat, but more or less within the Microsoft ecosystem. Their suite of automation, Copilot for LLMs, and really how to get the most value out of those tools. Keeping in line with this idea of keeping it on free plans, I didn't want to show you something that would cost $60 a month, $30, $45, that you're excited to use but can't. So we're trying to keep it within the budget of free and/or standard enterprise edition versions for things. But I will allude to what can be available through premium features. But you see, clicking on this side panel pops open. And luckily, it's getting smart and providing already things that we can ask, like analyze this document, provide me insights, tell me more. What is something that I should know and don't know already? And let's start a quick conversation. Yeah, analyze this workbook. Give me interesting insights. Click in, auto-populates, I click run. Right, and this is natively for free. If you have a standard license for using Excel, you have this functionality built in. So it's running, it's going to do the query. And when I've done this previously, you're going to see not just an insight of a bullet point answer. It's going to give you graphics. It's going to give you a chart, real visualizations that you'd have a data analyst do. So if you're a small business owner, this is another way to really make the most of your time if you're doing these tasks yourself or trying to come up with these insights. I'm opening up this email. Now that I've clicked into the email, I can say, summarize this and draft me a reply. And sure enough, it'll do that, as long as you're selecting and clicking into the email, right? Kind of summarizing this entire thread. So very powerful integrations to kind of speed up your flow and make the most out of the tool. All right, so we've done Excel, we've done Outlook.
This is flow state. This is where you kind of put your things together. There's a coding language out there, it's called Scratch, and it's not the traditional coding where you type if this happens and do that and for loop all this. Instead, it's like Lego blocks, and you stick these Lego blocks together and it's like code and it runs something. That's what this is. It's a very interesting version of Scratch, and it allows you to do cool things, and you can go to this basic builder now, which allows you to kind of look at different buttons that you can build. My favorite, though, and the way I think better, is just to do the flow builder.